Okay. Come on, I need. You better walk on water like the queen you want. Oh, she said part the sea. Okay, Moses. Them all, Moraine. I'm so dead ass. Go to that tower when this is all said and done, and you kill every one of those bitches one by one. I said what I said. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are here with the season finale of season 3 of The Wheel of Time, which is called He Who Comes with the Dawn. So as you can see, I am traveling, so we're in a little bit different locations here, so please excuse the different background and just stay with me for the reaction. But yeah, we're here. I can't believe it. I feel like this season went by in a blur, but we got so much. In the last episode, we basically focused on the two rivers and more specifically what was going on with our golden-eyed hero, aka Perrin. And yeah, with his help and Faile and beautiful sacrifice, they were able to keep the two rivers from being completely overrun. But Fain is now in the wind though, because Perrin chose to let him live. And Perrin has also decided to go into custody with Dain because I guess he feels, well, that was the deal that he made with him, but also I think he feels like it's the right thing to do. So that's how things are going there. We didn't focus on anybody else from the two rivers, so, or from, well, yeah, they're all from the two rivers, but no one else in the storyline, I should say. So yeah, I guess we're gonna get into this because there was a lot of predictions about what's gonna go down here in this episode. Full disclosure though, one of my good friends who watches the show accidentally spilled the fact that we lose Suan in this episode, so I already know that happens, and I'm really upset that she told me. She was like, she assumed I'd watched the show already. She didn't realize I was on the road. But anyway, just so you know, that's not going to be as much of a shock to me because I did hear that. So I'm sad about it, but I know nothing else about the episode. I was like, don't say anything. Don't ruin any more for me. So yeah, without further ado, I'm ready to jump into this episode. Before I do though, if you'd like to be in the know when I drop episodes, obviously we're done with the Wheel of Time for now, but I'll be reacting to season 4, putting that into the universe. And there's lots of other great stuff here on the channel. So if you'd like to be part of the journey, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and also potentially join my Patreon because almost all my new shows coming up here are going to have full length uncut reactions available there. So hopefully we'll see you there too. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the final episode of the season right now. I'm sorry, what?
Too many of our sisters have entered that doorway and never returned.
Yet here I am.
Is that why she's shaking? Because she went through there? The shaking thing she's doing?
What did the Aelfinn promise you?
The Amelin seat itself.
You cannot trust them. Every gift the Finn give has a price.
Where the Finn? Wait, that door looks a lot like the door that in Matt's vision, no? Oh, little flames on their cloaks. That's cute.
This week we lost Marith Jayan, Amelin seat for only 4 years.
Oh, damn.
So, for Swan Sanche,
Hell yeah, Blue. Oh my god, look, Leanne. Alright, Varen, I knew it. I knew it. Yellow hags. I don't know, I'm just being petty. Really, whites?
Swan Sanche.
Oh. Where'd that come from? She said get up.
Swan Sanche.
Swan Sanche.
So, okay, she didn't tell her she had her vote. Why are they all following whites? Interesting turn of events.
Swan Sanche.
Swan's like, for real? I mean, thank you, but really?
she who is raised to the seat,
Oh, Leanne's so
she who
happy
is
for
no
her.
longer of one Aja but all.
Why does Leander look pissed? It is what it is. Bye, Elena. Okay. So something happened there. I'm assuming the white didn't want to vote for Elida when she saw that she made the deal with the Finn, whoever they are. And she must have told everybody else, or everyone just trusted her enough to follow her, because that looked like they waited for her to make the move, which is interesting. Thinking of your girl. I love how they did a little shot to the picture that they use.
When I appointed you my keeper, Do you know why I chose you?
Because I'm the best looking with the best
'Cause you weren't
cheekbones.
afraid of me.
Oh.
Put it to a vote. Make our sisters believe in this as you do. Make me believe in this.
She's got a point. If you can't convince her, probably not going to convince anyone else.
I imagine you've come to me for support.
Hmm.
Support you badly need.
Ooh! Let her know. I would ask about that Finn thing. If it worried you, what was that, 10 years ago? It's going to worry you now. Wow, Amelin seats have a really short reigning time, huh? 4 years to the last one, and Suan... Hello, cheater.
Rand.
Those are some toe vegetables here. Be careful.
The wise one's waiting.
Oh, she's still pissed at you. I'm not against it either.
You stupid bitch. You really think you can hold one of the chosen?
Rude?
You're gonna teach him. Because if you don't, I will bury you here. To rot for another 1,000 years.
Ooh, she tied her hair up. It's an ambitious plan, but I don't know if I would trust him to teach Rand anything. Clearly hated Lewis a lot. Lose.
Now put that Terangreal down.
Now! And go to your room.
A man can buy this morning to sell it.
The fact that Moggy is just playing in their faces.
Oh, it wasn't my place to ask, mistress.
She's having so much fun toying
I
with
don't
you.
believe I've ever asked your name.
Yeah.
Mistress has been very busy.
Didn't tell you though.
Why is nothing a fork?
Learn to use chopsticks. It's pretty easy. Yeah, see?
You follow her. I'll get the others.
Really? Should it be Nynaeve? Okay. I mean, she does have a soft spot for Nynaeve. That might discombobulate her for a second anyway, but the other two? They have no love for her. So, is the plan Moggy has is she's going to let these girls actually try to call her Rand because it would work for her and then she doesn't have to do it herself?
Samael will be a shit teacher, but
This hoe
it's the best we've got.
has a nerve wearing white. There's nothing pure about that woman.
After you set the Dark One free.
Yeah, reminder.
An accident.
Was it?
Was also the last moment you were truly human.
Reminder.
Or do you want all that power for yourself?
Why can't it be better?
Hmm.
Do you know what you did in your last life? Made the whole world bow.
Guess what? I'm not lose.
He left you for the same reasons I am.
You're trash.
Because you're jealous. And petty. And just cruel.
Rand, you've never been sexier than you are right now.
I finally see the real you.
You shouldn't have hurt Egwene.
You're a monster, Lanfear.
Through and through. Oh. Wow. Good job, you two. Okay. Marie's gotten better with it. Is she? Will she? Is Lanfear really that... Is she really that jealous?
She's waiting. She's not that patient.
You sure? I think you
Don't assume you're the only thing she wants.
Right? You hurt her. You pissed her off. But you should know by now that she's the kind of girl who takes her revenge a bit slowly. Oh yeah, she's gonna F up all these Aiel just because of you. Wait, you?
I'm calling in the debt you owe me, Melindra.
If you touch land, I swear to God, ho.
What do you want, McKinney? Get me out of here and we can work together. Take down the others, one by one.
I don't think she wants that.
Figure out how to kill another of the chosen. So yes, you can help me. Show it,
Moggy is a twisted little hoe, man. She is twisted. Well, that's his blood. Oh, that's his blood. You know, I'd feel bad, but, you know, he killed a kid, so... That's just karma coming back a little quicker than he planned. Wait, can Moggy turn him into a gray man?
There's nothing more dishonorable to the Aiel than being an oathbreaker. You cannot tell them.
But he's the dragon. Maybe he's supposed to.
He has lain with a shadow sword and promises a future of destruction and madness. Yours is a future you can choose.
Yes, you paint it like that.
Is he worthy of your strength?
That's the question you need to ask yourself, Egwene.
And the shadow weight. All of them.
And Moiraine's like, I don't care what they say, they can't take my beautiful, beautiful heart. It's my heart, and the people love me for it.
To make sure that Randall Thor is never declared Karakar.
You done pissed her. Oh, you're gonna give him fake tats? Interesting. But can he channel? That's the question. And can he channel well? So proud of yourself for literally doing nothing.
That's enough to gentle a man.
Take a group of our most trusted sisters and stop them. Now.
Can we afford that right now? Also, I don't think that... I don't know. Can any 8 women gentle the Dragon Reborn, though? Like, aren't his powers kind of above... I guess... I don't know. I don't know the rules, but... You'd think Rand is kind of stronger than that now, but... Oh, we're gonna have a little heart-to-heart? Maybe you can get through to her?
I remember when you were little. You took apart every clock in the palace to see how they worked.
Oh, wow. You really know her.
So, what does this collar look like?
Oh,
It's a collar, isn't it?
Very helpful.
Right, I'm like, what do you want? What more do you want from me? I wasn't around hundreds of years ago. Thousands. What is Nynaeve carrying in her purse exactly? Snacks?
So you left just before Lord Gabriel arrived?
Lord who?
Who?
Mm-hmm.
My mother's consort.
Thank God for Tom.
I would know if this Gabriel was a consort.
Uh-huh.
Morgaze has always been a whore.
That's new. That is a new trick. Didn't she say not to play with that, by the way? I can distinctly remember Leandrin telling you not to do that. You're so grounded.
I've seen that arch before. Matt, wait!
I was right. It is the same as the vision. I thought maybe it was going to take him to the tower, but I'm thinking that's not it. Oh, okay. People don't make it out of here. Well, that's what they said at the beginning of the episode. Not everyone who goes in comes out. What is it with the show and arches? Oh, not a clown. Not a clown. Not a clown. Okay. Where'd the arch go?
What is your need?
Do you have to make a deal to get out of here? Don't go in, Min. Although, I wonder if she could trade away her power. If it's... I don't even know who's in there. We got the cat version of it. Come on. What if Nynaeve's sensing it and she doesn't even realize she is? Does Lanfear not Lanfear, Leandrin doesn't know what they look like, does she? I don't think she ever saw the Shan Chen put one on or take one off. But the sad part now is that now that she's got it, Moggy's gonna come back and take it.
I made a promise to your mother a long time ago. And I keep you safe.
Who are you?
Look, were you a guard?
You go back to Andor.
Was he part of the guard at some point?
This Lord Gabriel. Trust me, he doesn't exist. Whatever you remember, he put in your head.
Who are you, Tom?
Only a Forsaken could do that.
How do you know so much about the Forsaken?
Your mother is in danger, and so is your throne.
We really could use someone as smart as Tom around, and we're about to lose him, aren't we? Wait, is that her? Maybe her real dad? Because we don't know who that is. Because that felt like a father's love right there. Bitch.
This makes balefire.
Oh, thanks.
Let's find out what balefire does to people, yes?
Maybe you should learn how to aim that thing.
No, it ain't!
Elaine said, you're not going to kill my daddy. Yeah, right when you actually aim it, you dumb hoe. What was that? Why did it turn into that behind her? Was that normal?
What is your need, Matrim Kothon?
How do you know my name? And where did you find those amazing platforms?
I am Ilfin.
Oh, that's Ilfin.
I'm sick of this one power! There are memories racing through your mind. They are not yours. We can take them.
I don't think you should have them taken.
You can fix me.
No, no, no. He didn't say that. He didn't say that, Matthew. I feel like you've just done something
What
bad.
have you just done?
Say you want them back.
My last need is I need to get the fuck out of here now.
He didn't say. He didn't say alive.
Unwise.
Said no terms. Even I could have told you that, Maddie.
The price will be paid.
What price?
Min, here's your cue, girl. Come on. Oh, we can't even. Yes, come on, Min. Oh. There you go. See, man, you used your power for good. See? It's not all bad all the time. Don't you not do the CPR? CPR? Mouth to mouth? I mean, he'll probably take it to, take it to heart, but come on. Chest compressions. Chest compressions. A little kiss. A little mouth. There we go.
Come on, man. Come on.
She does the chest compress. Oh. Dr. Mike would be so proud. Oh, you're going to crack a rib, but that means you're doing it right. There you go. Good job, man. He's like, you broke my titty.
You wanted to kiss me.
Didn't I tell you he'd take it to heart?
The screams are gone.
Did he really take everything?
I can't remember.
Shit, he took everything.
Matt, what's happening?
I don't know.
Matt, what's happening?
I don't know.
Come on.
What is that? Oh, is that the okay, so Elida had a charm on her bracelet. Is that what the guy gives you? The elephant gives you if he gives you the wishes? Is it a deal?
As the old saying goes, adversity breeds strength.
What turns you into a monster?
Oh. God, you actually tried to turn me.
Is that wrong?
I regret about my life here is I didn't let that old monster drown my baby boy that first night.
Lies. Lies. You wouldn't have brought him back here. You wouldn't have buried him properly.
I'm going to be the first Forsaken of a new age.
Okay. Thought you'd dream
And
bigger,
I'm going
but...
to kill the strongest Chandler in 1,000 years.
I saw that lip tremble. Nynaeve, girl, if you're gonna break through, this would be a great time to do it, sweetie. Because I don't know if anyone's gonna get to you in time, and I don't know if Min's got another chest-breaking Oh, is she trying to... Leandrin wants her to break through. She does. She did, I can see it. She wants her to break through. Not Elnor. That's right, fight for your mystical baby. She's not real. I meant mythical, but either way, she's mystical and mythical. Don't breathe. Don't breathe under there. Come on, Nynaeve. Dig deep, girl. Come on.
I'm here.
Oh, her coaching herself through her daughter. Okay. Come on, Nynaeve. Make it rain in this bitch. That's right. That's all you gotta do. Just let it come to you, girl. You gotta ride, period. You gotta walk on water like the queen you want. Oh, she said part the sea. Okay, Moses. Siren of the sea. Queen. It's giving a little bit of the Wind Weaver. A little bit. A little bit. I'm so proud of my baby girl. I'm so proud of my baby girl. Okay, maybe stop though. You're attracting a lot of attention, Nynaeve. Yeah, you did that. Yeah, you did that. I'm not gonna say thank you, Leandrin, but kind of. Look at her. I'm so proud of you too, girl. You did that. Leandrin was still helping her. God, I want to fully hate her, but I can't for that now. Hello, Lan, you fine, fine, fine man. Mm-hmm. I knew this hoe was coming for him. And he's going to be devastated that he's got to take out one of his own. Ma'am, if you really think you can creep up on him like this?
You knew I'd hear you coming.
I'd have to think. So she wanted to get caught.
You are the Golden Crane, and I'm Mandrago.
Touch me when you're about to put a spear through her back?
Lanfear is here, and she means to kill Rand.
If you break your dark oaths, so was I with you.
I think she's ready to take that risk. She already did. Okay, now we know consequences of breaking dark oaths. We've never seen it.
Judy, you have nothing
I take back the hoe comment. You're stronger than you look. Oh, at least you didn't have to do it yourself. That would have hurt more, Lan. I know. But take that, bottle it, channel it, send it back to that hoe, Lanfear.
You were right.
About?
This is a nation of warriors. This is an army that can take the Stone of Tears.
If they survive.
I'm sorry I didn't know sooner that this was the right thing to do.
Okay, progress.
The Forsaken attack in Tavalon. The mirrors, the axe, the cards, everything.
He put it together.
To separate me from the others so you could control me.
No. Well, yes.
Yes.
And you knew.
I hoped it would drive you two apart.
Me and Egwene. Or me and Lanfear.
Both.
Both?
Right, the win-win.
And all this time, the only person who's always been there, who's never left me, is you.
True. There is a mission here.
It's because you want me to succeed.
Growth on both sides.
I have been ready to kill you if you chose the dark or if you lost your mind.
That's true, and she's been very
I
honest
don't
about
want you
it.
to get to the last battle unless I know you can win it for the light.
You gotta appreciate it.
You want what I want. You're the only one who does.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Aww.
I'm here because of you.
She's actually tearing up. I don't blame her. It's when your teenager finally realizes that all you've done for them was to actually protect them, not to ruin their lives.
But I want you to stand at my side until then.
Oh, he says we're getting through this. It's not going to be you or me.
Alone. No Aes Sedai strings at your back.
What will you do?
Try not
I'm
to
going
die.
to protect you from Lanfear.
Just that?
But I'll have the energy for. Who do you think I am, Rand? The Dragon Reborn? That was a good talk.
You too.
That was a very good talk. I'm glad they had it. Something tells me it's going to be a while before they'll get to talk like that again.
And what duty is that, sister?
To keep you out of the tower.
For the vote.
Open these doors.
Now!
Were they high?
Furthermore, you have been accused of being a dark
Oh, for
friend.
the love of shit.
For these crimes, you will be stilled.
Oh, you hoe. Oh, I told you you're going to regret healing her, Lyda. I told you regret healing her. You should have let that girl die from the gray. You should have let her die. And the fact that this hag is the one to do it is disgusting. This is so disgusting. It's all because Lyda knows she's more powerful than her. Oh, Swan, you didn't deserve this, baby girl. You didn't deserve this. All you wanted was a simple life by the river. Lyda will pay for this. I don't care how it happens. I hope Rand actually cuts her head off. Dragging her? Oh, you hoes. Oh, you miserable hoes. I hope the whole tower falls. I don't care. Innocent and everyone else. They can all burn. I said what I said. Not you hallucinationing. And you see, you should have let my girl have it.
If I want to be one of the chosen, I need to know my competition.
Okay, she did know.
You're the weakest one of them.
Oh! Tell it to her face.
Or find new chosen. Weaker than you.
Okay, well played.
Like me.
Would she be weaker than you, though?
Thinking what it would be like to kill you for such a long time.
She's been spitting in your food, too. Probably other things. But she hasn't killed you yet.
I don't work well with others.
She doesn't.
Neither do I.
She doesn't. Damn. She might actually get what she wants. But can the Forsaken make other Forsaken? I guess they would know the oath today. Oh, Jesus. Well, I guess we're not using him as a teacher. This was an example for the other two. Moggy's letting you know.
Well,
ooh.
At least you left enough of him to recognize.
I don't know if I'd say that.
It's time for you to pick the winning one.
He will. Because like you said, he plays all sides. It's like a cockroach, eh? He just kind of snakes by on that.
Did your little dragon reject you?
The way they all know each other way too well. It's creepy.
Are you actually ready to kill?
Hermione's like, don't play with my emotions, ma'am. If you're going to be on your knees.
I'm ready.
Liar. If you were ready, you wouldn't be sitting here all mad in all black after you got rejected. That he would stand before you, here,
at Al-Ghayr Dar.
Yeah,
and
she gave him
declare
fake
it.
tats. Interesting. It's gonna have to be a matter of power.
I am the Carter Khan!
Your job just get 100 times harder, Rand. Good luck. It's gotta be a channel off, right? This was a trailer. Oh my gosh, I think it was all the way through this episode, but that was a trailer scene. Oh, that's a lot better than when she did it the first time. Rand's like, first of all, I'm better looking. Second of all, I'm better looking.
What does the prophecy of Viridian say? Born of the blood,
What?
but raised by those none of the blood.
Right? And you were raised of the
Where
blood.
did your wise one send you to look for the Carter Khan?
Was it here?
Where I was raised.
Yeah. Know your history.
He sent you to find me.
Yeah. Are you gonna say that your legends? Or you can't contradict your own prophecy, can you?
I am your Carter Khan.
I'm like, but I don't know. They're also confused. Oh, poor sheep. Oh, y'all beat her. Okay. Elida. There will be no words for what Moiraine will do to you. Beat her. For what? For what? What did you need to beat her for? You stilled her. No words. I hope Moiraine literally fillets you. Flays you.
After so many years of lies, will you finally just tell us the truth?
Wow, that outfit looks terrible on you. Respectfully. Disrespectfully, I don't care.
I love Moiraine.
Okay, Lanfear, you ho. Okay, there goes the...
I would die to protect her.
Why would you say that?
All no Ruidian is not to be spoken of.
Oh. I will. Yeah, too slow. Yeah, I'm sorry. This was coming. She's so mad at you.
When you followed the wave, the leaf.
Yep.
Our people cannot face this truth. You will destroy them.
This is what I
Gotta break them up. Yeah, he had to destroy them, remember? See? They know. The wise ones know. That's gotta hurt. And she's making sure it's slow.
Follow me across the Dragon Wall.
Good luck. They won't even they won't even talk to each other. Look at that. Oh, the physical divide. That's great imagery. Really? I would have thought you could kill her so much faster than that. It's almost like you don't want to kill her, Lanfear. If you're kind of hoping she had a crush on you. Even if it was just a momentary distraction, it was good. Okay, Lanfear.
Will you stand behind this woman who stands for nothing?
But her own pride. Ooh. Land, baby, please. Careful. Oh, 2 times. Okay, oh. Run, Land, run. Okay, run. You drew blood. That was enough. Run.
Yet the remnant of a remnant the Carter Khan shall save, and they shall live.
And he has the power to do it, guys. I really wouldn't push him.
I am your Carter Khan.
Oh, he didn't even like having to say that. Egwene, don't look at him like that. This is his truth. You really weren't prepared to be by his side, and it's okay. At least she only tossed you. She didn't want to kill you. She could have killed you. Oh, your eyes! That was terrifying! Why does she always have to do this ugly-ass demon stuff whenever she's about to channel? It's a lot of darkness. Yeah, I think shielding's the best you can do right now, Moiraine. Let's not worry about attacking.
We are the power.
Wow.
The light shines through us. That is the truth.
It's a beautiful speech. I'm glad she at least got to give a kick-ass speech. Damn, not the twist, too. Oh, both of them gone.
So, you hear my words and know that they are true.
This is real strength, Elida, you cow.
I will never burn because I am Swan Sunshine.
Period!
And I
for you!
Cantankerous bitch.
You were sentenced, Suan Sonche, to death.
She feels it. Yeah. It doesn't even care about what you're doing right now. You bet! Oh, you bitch. You can all burn.
About to die and you're thinking about the woman who betrayed you.
Yeah. Oh, she didn't betray. What?
They call me insane.
She knows better. Yeah, you shouldn't have gone there. This is what real love looks like. What real love looks like, not obsession. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talk about her woman again. Talk about a woman again. This is what love is, Lanfear. You never knew it. Bitch. Heal yourself this time. Cut her head off. Cut it off. Cowardly whore. Oh, I know, baby girl. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh, even though I knew it was gonna happen, it still sucked. Oh, wow. Is it raining? It's raining in the desert. That's crazy. Can you do that, fake dragon? Oh, yes. Hold her, Lan. Hold her. She's dead. She's dead. Kill them all, Moiraine. I'm so dead ass. Go to that tower when this is all said and done and you kill every one of those bitches one by one. I said what I said. Yeah, this man's like, he ain't going, I'm going to be part of the remnant. He said, I'm not going down, bitch. I'm not going down. Y'all want to die, feel free. On your knees. All y'all. It's okay, Gwen. You've been on your knees for other reasons. Sorry.
Heart of stone. In pride he conquers.
You vicious bitch.
And the seas to give way. And the very
everybody. Oh, everyone can see this.
Pray that
or feel it.
Tears.
Okay, Rand, we can let go now. We can let go now, Rand.
Rand! Let go, please!
Yes, thank you. He doesn't listen to you anymore. That's how we end it? You've got to be kidding. That's it? Is there anything? Is there a secret? No? Oh, wow. That kind of feels like we're not done. Yet we are. That's crazy. Oh, okay, guys. Well, that was a lot. That was a lot. But, you know, there was a lot of good highlights in this episode for me, even though obviously we kind of got a really sad ending. I can't believe we lost Suan. I guess it was kind of wishful thinking to think that both her and Moiraine were going to make it through this unscathed. And I guess I kind of got the feeling, I did get a tiny feeling of foreboding when during the, was it 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes ago when Moiraine and Suan met together and she said that Suan had effectively failed at her job of uniting the tower for Rand. God, I mean, being stilled was bad enough. Like, listen, Elaita's got to go. Listen, I do not care how. I do not care, like, or not when. I shouldn't say how. I don't care when. I don't care when, but that she's got to go down because she didn't have to still her and kill her. She could have just killed her. She could have just killed her or stilled her and left her. That alone would have probably broken her eventually. But to do both, just to what? Suan didn't do anything. Suan didn't do anything. You're mad about an election you lost 10 years ago, which you lost on your own, and you made her pay for it when she saved your life. Yeah, Elaita's got to go, guys. Elaita has got to go. She's got to go. She's got to go. And I'm hoping it's slow and painful. I really, 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 really need Moiraine to literally peel her skin off strip by strip, dip her into a vat of citrus and acid, heal her, and do it again for every year that Suan lived. I need her to do that because that's the minimum she deserves. That cantankerous cow. Now that that rant is over, the only other little thing I'll say about Elaita is we saw her coming out of the Tangreal. Is it a Tangreal? Is that what they called it? That she walked through the arches, anyways, the red arches. She walked through one of those, which apparently one comes into the tower, which is interesting. But anyway, she has the trinket on her bracelet and she said she made a deal. And I think she said the deal was that she would become the Amyrlin seat, right? That's what she wanted. We now know that whatever that thing is, the Catman inside of the arch, his conditions are that you have to tell him your 3 desires. And basically, I guess you have to set terms if you know well enough, but I guess not everyone knows that. My guess is she didn't set terms, and that's why it didn't happen when she thought it was going to happen. Now, I'm thinking the fact that it didn't happen when it was supposed to happen is why her hand started shaking. We saw that handshake, and again, that couldn't have been for nothing. I said that a while ago. Like, there's no way they would show us that handshake for nothing. There has to be a reason. So my guess is that time was running out and she had to make it happen. One way or another, she had to make it happen. And if she didn't, maybe that's what was happening with her hand. Maybe she was going to die. It doesn't excuse what she did to Suan, but it would explain her desperation. But that's what I'm thinking. Because she touched, I realized, and remember, she touched her bracelet, you know, the charm bracelet, after her hand shook that time. So I think the charm, because we see that Matt now has a wolf on his, which is an interesting symbolism for him, considering we've got a whole Perrin. But yeah, I'm assuming whatever that thing is, it gives you a charm for your promises or a charm for something. I don't know. There's something for it though. It must be something. I'm thinking it's tied to this creature, whether it's something that keeps you to your promise. Maybe it's something that can be enchanted or dispelled from enchantment. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I think that's what's kind of going on with Elaida potentially. But like I said, I really don't care what her reasoning was. That was just nothing more than humility. But she got, the only reason only thing I took a little solace in, I should say, is that Suan shook her with that speech. Which also, can we please give claps and snaps, please, to the amazing Sophia Canetto. I cannot believe that we're losing such a great talent in this show, and I know it's going to keep happening because, I mean, a show like this, we know not everyone's going to make it to the end as much as we want them to. But yes, claps and snaps. She absolutely killed this role first and foremost. Loved her in this. So sad we're not going to see any more from her. In my mind, I was like, maybe, yeah, no, her head was cut off. That's it. She's not coming back from that. But yeah, she did an amazing job with this role, and she absolutely nailed that final speech. You know, every word of it. You felt it. You felt her just giving her all in that moment, and just really, and again, you could see it. She literally shook Elaida to her core, and I have a deep suspicion Elaida is going to have a lot of nightmares about that speech with however days she's got left. I have no doubt that's probably what's going to be what's in her mind when Moiraine is flaying her alive as she deserves. But anyway, also all the women in there that did that to her, they could all die. They've known Suan for how long? They know she's not a dark friend. That was some BS. That was, I don't know where that came from. But as I said, they will all pay with their lives. They'll pay in blood, and I hope that Moiraine gets to one by one take them down. Yes, I know she's Aes Sedai. She's not supposed to be able to do that, but somehow I'm gonna hope that Tangreal she's got, or whatever it's called, the Sangreal, yeah, she can use that maybe and just flay some bitches, because I'm done. Like, screw them all for doing that. They're disgusting. Oh, Farron's gonna be sick when she goes back. Leanne, oh, poor Leanne. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Things have to happen the way they did, and I'm trying to. No, Lanfear didn't really have anything to do with this one. Yeah, Lanfear doesn't have. But Lanfear said the woman who betrayed you. So maybe she did. Do you think? No. Maybe. Because people have been saying maybe Elaida's a dark friend, but then why would the Grey Man go after her? Oh, but that's still possible, right? Because Moggy has no love for any of the dark friends that are not loyal to her. So, and I don't think there's anything against. I don't think that the Forsaken don't have rules like, you know, the Aes Sedai can't hurt each other. The Forsaken don't have rules to say that they can't hurt the dark friends, right? No, because she killed that girl. She did kill the girl in the dream state. Yeah, so there you go. So maybe Elaida is a dark friend, but just not working for Moggy. And that's why Moggy wanted her gone. Maybe she's working for Lanfear, Elaida, and Lanfear, because now she's pissed at Rand. She decided to take out Suan because she wants to, because yeah, if the tower fails, Rand fails. Yeah, it's probably Lanfear. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was probably Lanfear or Robin. She might have gotten Robin to get to. Oh, that's another possibility, is that she told Robin about it, and Robin went to Elaida and told her this plan. Oh, wouldn't she question it? But then again, he can use compulsion. So many possibilities. Anyways, the point is Elaida's gotta die. The bottom line, 2 + 2 = Elaida's gotta die. So yeah, that's kind of the whole thing of the tower. There's not much else to talk about. That was, I guess, well executed for Elaida, but messy. And it's going to be interesting because when the other sisters get back, if they go back, I'm assuming they have to, but if Varian might be smart enough to say, let's not go back there because it's not safe for us. But if they go back, it's definitely going to have the tower in shambles, which is exactly what is going to work to Lanfear's advantage, right? You know, if the tower's not there to stand with Rand because they're in shambles, then that's a another notch for the Dark One, right? So yeah, that's pretty much that for the tower. Screw the tower. I don't want any, I definitely don't want any of them going back. I'm glad Nynaeve was gone. I'm glad Elaine's not there. Her brothers are still there, because that could be a problem for Elaine maybe, with her brother still being in the tower. But now that she knows that there's a problem at home, she may not go back. I don't know. I do wonder how she's going to take that too. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very, very interesting, because yeah, I don't know. That's a very interesting take now that I'm thinking about it, because Elaine knows, she's known Elaida, I'm assuming, her whole life. Yeah, she has been, because her mom was pregnant with, in the flashback we saw, she was pregnant with Elaine. So she's known Elaida her whole life, and she probably trusts Elaida. Elaida trained her, I'm assuming, a lot less violently than she trained Moiraine. And now that she knows that her throne's in danger, she might actually think Elaida being there is a good thing. And she has no light. I don't think she feels one way or another towards Suan. And we know that Nynaeve didn't really have any warm feelings one way or another towards Suan either. So that's kind of sad. Maybe Elaine's not going to have an issue with it. But anyways, I don't think that Nynaeve's going back. And I don't think she has any reason to go back. Really, I'm praying she doesn't, because Elaida will definitely try to still her. I feel like she's, yeah, I don't think she'll like Nynaeve at all. But anyway, so that's the tower. Moving into, should we leave Rand for last? Yeah, I guess we'll leave Rand for last. Moving into Tenchenko, we had, yeah, it looks like what we missed is that the girls figured out that a Forsaken is what they did to them. Again, I feel like that's one of the reasons Moggy left that scar. It's the only reason I think they figured it out, because I feel like they wouldn't have known otherwise. Outside of the fact, I mean, I guess the bracelet was gone too, and they wouldn't have known where that went. But I think the compulsion part, they wouldn't have known if it wasn't for Moggy. That's what I'm thinking. We're never going to know, because they didn't show us. But they figured it out, and we see that they decided to follow, they decided to follow Liandrin and realize Liandrin had the cuff. And we also see that Moggy gave the cuff to her, which I didn't expect. But I'm assuming it's because Moggy assumed that Liandrin didn't know who she was. But I'm like, I actually have to give some points to Liandrin for knowing. I didn't think she did know, but I guess she must be. She's been around Forsaken since she was a kid, so maybe she knows the way that they act and the way that they move. Maybe it's her fingers too. Moggy's fingers don't look good, and that can't be natural, so maybe that's something else she might know. I don't know, but either way, I gotta give Liandrin her claps for that. She did figure out who that psycho was. And anyways, we see that they went, and she knew where the collar was being kept. So anyway, she went with who was left, and that stupid girl who the one who watched her warders die with glee, I'm glad that she got to go. Now she can see her warders, and hopefully they're wherever they go after they die, stabbing her over and over again. Yeah, that kind of introduced a couple of situations. We got rid of that girl, like I said. I'm thinking maybe Elaine's gonna hold on to the Balefire artifact, because that's something you don't want to give back if you don't have to. So I don't know, that might come out to be handy. She handled it pretty quickly, considering that other chick couldn't even aim that thing. I was like, ma'am, how hard is it? You can't be threatening people with that and then be like shooting wild. Like, that was so embarrassing for her. Really and truly. But anyways, Elaine's got a good command of it almost instantaneously, so I'm feeling like she might hold on to that. And who's Tom? Speaking of Elaine, in that moment, who is Tom? Was he just a guard? Is it maybe it's her father? I don't know, because I feel like we've never heard anything about Elaine's dad. We just heard that he was a consort or whatever, and I know that people in the comments have said that the oldest child of Morghese is not the same dad as the younger two. So, but they still haven't said who their dads are. So, and it sounds like it wasn't important. So I'm just wondering, maybe Tom is Elaine's dad. That's possible, maybe. I mean, yes, I suppose a knight or someone who worked in the service of the queen would have a reason to try to protect Elaine, but considering he left God knows how long ago and she doesn't even remember him, point is he has no reason to keep that vow so religiously now. That screams to me that there's an emotional attachment. So maybe a dad, maybe a papa. Maybe that's why he recognized her immediately too, because he's been checking up on her from afar. I don't know. But I don't know, maybe that's completely far-fetched, but he's definitely old enough to be her dad. So questions. Anyway. But thank God for him, first of all, letting her know that Gabriel, what's his name? Gabriel, yeah, is not a real person. So now she knows. I wonder what that's going to mean, though, when she sees him again. I wonder if he's going to know immediately. I don't know how this compulsion thing works. They don't go into a lot of detail in the show of how the compulsion actually works. But I'm wondering if Ravin will recognize immediately, if he sees Elaine again before this is all said and done, and recognize that she's no longer under compulsion, or if he just is gonna, or she's gonna be able to potentially fake it. But I feel like that's going to be really hard, because the thing is, as much as she might want to think she's doing, you know, everything fine, you know what I'm saying? When you're subconsciously really scared of someone or skeeved out, like, even though you might say nice words and talk a certain way, your whole body language and the way you act is going to be so different. So, and I feel like Robin's going to be smart enough to pick up on that. So anyways, we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully she won't have to talk to that man again anytime soon. But anyway, thank God for Tom pointing that out, because otherwise she wouldn't know. But that's another thing in her, you know, that's something for her to worry about. And it's like, maybe actually I was going to say, like, does she have time for that? But maybe that is where she's supposed to be, because truthfully, she can't go to Rand, right? That doesn't make sense for her. Continuing with this, I mean, they know what Liandrin is up to at this point, but there's not much they can do to stop her, because she's got all the pieces, right? Yeah, she's got all the pieces now. So there's really no stopping her getting that back. And I don't think it makes sense for her to continue to risk her life trying to get them. So yeah, I'm thinking it probably makes the most sense for her to return to her kingdom and warn her mom. I can't see her not wanting to warn her mother. Like, that's just too much of a risk for her to take. So that might be where that boat's going. We saw at the end, maybe it's heading to Andor. That's where Tom told her to go to. Like, go back to Andor and warn your mom, because the Forsaken's literally in her bed. So you want to make sure that, I mean, I don't know what she's going to be able to do, though, at this point, right? Robin is just toying with them. He's having fun. I mean, they piss him off. Like, what can he do? But I guess their hope is that maybe they'll be able to figure something out and get, I don't even know. Like, what do you do? Now that I think about it, what do you even do? Because Robin is so much more powerful than all of them. So, like, he could just end it real quick. I don't know. But I guess they want to try to formulate a plan. And again, I don't blame Elaine. Elaine will want to just warn her mom. I just get that. She just wants to make sure her mom's going to be okay, literally laying next to a Forsaken. So that's probably where that boat is headed then. But yeah, that was kind of a cool moment there with Elaine and Tom. And then with Min and Matt, I guess we'll talk about Matt real quick first. Yeah, Matt, the 3 wishes. We met that thing, the I don't know, what do you call him? The genie cat? The cat genie? Yeah, we'll call him the feline Pennywise. Anyway, we now know what that thing does. We all know who the Aelfinn is now, I guess, because we heard the reference in the beginning of the episode. No idea what that was. Now we saw what the Aelfinn is. I gotta say, it kind of looks like he walked out of a cross between Labyrinth, if you ever saw the 80s movie Labyrinth, and like an 80s rock video. Like, that's kind of the look I'm getting there. But anyway, it's like he's a genie. That's what I'm getting, like 3 wishes. But it's like, you don't have a choice. You have to give the wishes or you can't get out of this place. So, Matt obviously stumbled in. He didn't mean to go in there, but I guess people generally who do approach the mirror do it because they want to. And my guess is the myth is you get 3 wishes no matter what, but they don't realize that there's stipulations, that there's fine print, you know, and that I kind of figured that right away, like, especially because of the way that he said done so quickly when Matt was saying things just off the top of his dome. I was like, ooh, this sounds to me like you need to be super, 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 super specific. Otherwise, this could be very, 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 very bad. And I think it also helps that I've been reading a book right now that's all about, like, you know, making contracts with like evil creatures from the underworld. And like one of the big things that's the theme there is you have to be very specific with your contract. Otherwise, the liberties can be taken by the person giving you the wish. So I feel like this is very similar in tone, because that's what I'm getting is that with this genie, I guess if Matt had willingly gone in there, he might have known this. But my guess is people probably don't know that these are they probably don't know that this is the fine print, because the genie probably makes sure that people don't know or does something to keep people from talking about the fine print. But anyways, all this to say that Matt, of course, had no idea what the hell he was doing. He wasn't supposed to be in there in the first place. And I realized right away when he said, I want these, well, actually, it was the genie who prompted, because Matt wasn't really saying anything, because Matt was too busy trying to figure out where the hell he was. So the genie, for all intents and purposes, entrapped Matt and was like, oh, you got voices in your head. I could take care of that for you. You want that? Right? Like, are you supposed to like offer things, bro? I feel like you're supposed to let them come up with it yourself, but who knows? Anyways, of course, Matt was just kind of like, oh, you can fix me, right? And he said it was something tells me maybe Matt might be able to get around this. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, it feels like this isn't the way it's supposed to go. Like the way the man just said done, because it was a question. It wasn't a statement, right? When Matt's like, you can fix me, he took that as a statement. But anyways, he said done. But yeah, and then when he said the whole thing about let me out of here, what was the 3 things he said? Stop messing around with my life, I want everything in my life that's messed me over to stop messing with me. I want to fix the voices in my head and get me out of here. Those are the three things. And no stipulations. And I realized right away, especially with the voice thing, I was like, Matt, I don't think you want them gone. You just want to be able to control them. You want them to be, something you can call or dismiss when you want. And we heard Feline Pennywise tell him that you asked for things, you gave no stipulations, you gave no boundaries. But it's like, bro, you didn't explain that, I'm sure on purpose. So anyway, it looks like he's wiped Matt's memory of anything that he considered to be painful. That's what I'm going to take from what he said, because with Matt saying, I'm tired of everything in this world messing me around, I'm thinking anything to do with the Dragon Reborn's probably gone, or what his mission was with that. Anything that hurt him in the past is probably gone as well. So maybe things around his parents or his family, and possibly anything about the horn is going to be gone as well. But you remember that he had the voices, so I don't think it's all gone, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like something around that. I feel like those things might be what was pulled and what he's not able to remember properly, and probably may never, but I'm guessing because he's got the necklace and they made sure to zone in the necklace, maybe something about that can potentially reverse what happened. But outside of course, leaving that place. But yeah, the part about the voices though, I have a sneaking suspicion he's not going to be able to call the Heroes of the Horn, because he's not going to remember that or what to do or whatever he needs to access for that. Is it gone permanently? I don't know. If he blows the horn again, will it reverse it? I don't know. But I feel like that's what happened, and I don't think that's what he wanted. He just wanted to not have a constant cacophony in his head, which makes sense. So anyways, I'm thinking Min's going to help him figure that out. And if not, they'll be able to talk to everybody else about it, and hopefully they'll be able to put 2 and 2 together. I feel like Elaine will be helpful because she's definitely our encyclopedia of knowledge here. So yeah, maybe she'll help out with that. But yeah, so that's what happened. And of course, I mean, the third stipulation's already been paid, because the genie put him out but hung him, right? Basically was thinking he would die. But that's where Min, her visions, remember? She's been thinking her visions have always been a bad thing, but thanks to the one good thing a lot of that cow, that other C word, did, was that she explained to her that maybe her powers could be more useful, and that's exactly what happened in this episode. Min was in the right place at the right time, and she was able to cut Matt down before he died. I mean, he did die technically. It looks like he stopped breathing, but he would have been dead if she hadn't been there. So yeah, she managed to be there and cut him down. So it's like I predicted, right? Min's visions, they do come true, but it doesn't always have to mean what she thinks they do, just like it did with Rand. So yeah, thank goodness for that. And yeah, so we'll have to figure out what's going on with Matt later on next season, I guess. We'll have to figure out what's going on there. That's a whole new thing for him. More drama, I suppose. So that was pretty much, and then of course, biggest part of Tenchiko. Okay, so, well, this is not going to be in order, but because I want to take time for the big part. Liandrin trying to negotiate with Moggy, saying, listen, make me a Forsaken or help me become a Forsaken, and I'll be like your backup, and I'm weaker than you, so let's do it. And I'm like, do you know you're weaker than her? I mean, if you get your powers augmented by the Dark One, maybe you'll be just as powerful, if not more powerful than Moggy. We don't know. But anyway, that's the pitch, which was a smart pitch. I can't fault Liandrin for that. She basically first poked her ego and then inflated it again right away, which I was like, not bad. You definitely have been spending a lot of time with Forsaken, ma'am. But anyways, so she offered her all the pieces. She's got the bracelet, and yeah, she's got the 2 bracelets and the necklace now. So whether or not Moggy actually wants to collar him, actually she probably does. Yeah, I feel like out of the Forsaken, she's the one who actually does want to collar Rand, because we know she gets sick pleasure from, showing herself off to powerful people. So what better way to do that than collaring the Dragon Reborn and torturing him indefinitely, right? Moggy would love that ish. Or to be able to pull him apart while he is collared, like either way. So anyways, Moggy didn't kill her on sight when she figured it out, so I think she might be entertaining it. But I don't know, something about me, I don't know, I don't get the sense at all that Moggy really wants her. I feel like if she was going to work with anybody, she would want it to be like Nynaeve, but she's too jealous of Nynaeve for that to happen. But speaking of Nynaeve, back to the best part of what happened in Tenchiko. So we see that Nynaeve waited instead of leaving, but I mean, she would have been caught anyway. But instead of leaving, she waited for Liandrin, because she's like, like I've been saying, and like they've been showing, her and Liandrin have a connection, right? It's an interesting type of connection. I think they just both see each other in each other. And anyway, I think she just, again, she was trying one last heroic move of like, maybe there's still some good in there, you know, trying to talk to her. And I think that was prompted by what she saw back in Tar Valon, right? She saw that Liandrin had done what she was doing to give her son proper funeral rites. So, you know, obviously that showed that she still had sentiment and a soft spot somewhere in there. But anyway, that confrontation didn't go as planned, and Liandrin was kind of like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna, I'm not turning back at this point. But honestly, it's funny because it's like both Liandrin and Nynaeve can't lie to each other, right? And it's not even an Aes Sedai thing, right? They literally just see through each other, right? And actually, not even it really isn't an Aes Sedai thing, because I forgot Liandrin took her dark oath, so she can lie now. Anyway, point being, they can't lie to each other because they see through each other so well. And even though Liandrin was saying all the stuff that she was trying to say to, like, you know, make Nynaeve, you know, be turned off of her, Nynaeve was like, yeah, no, I'm not buying it. No, like, you don't care? Oh, you wish your son was never born? Okay, that's why you came back here to do funeral rites for him, right? Back to his birthplace, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, 2 and 2 is not equaling 4 here, sis. It's lies. And then Liandrin, like, I love that when she was sitting there trying to say all those things, she had the little bottom, like the lip tremble thing, especially when she said, I'm going to take out the strongest channeler in 1,000 years, right? Bottom lip trembling the entire time. She doesn't want to do this, but she has to do it. And she does it so purposefully, because first of all, she doesn't want to do this anymore, is what I'm getting. Like, Liandrin she's such a conundrum, because on the one hand, I do think she genuinely wants to become a Forsaken, but not for the reasons of wanting to do evil things. I think she wants to be a Forsaken because she's tired of being powerless. It drives her nuts to always have her life in the hands of others, right? We saw from the last episode, not last one, but the one before that, when we saw her flashback, that poor girl's never been she's never been in control of her life. It's always been one master after another. And anyway, I think she sees the Forsaken as a doorway out of being someone's lapdog, but unfortunately it's not really, because she's just going to be a lapdog for the Dark One, right? But anyway, that aside, she doesn't want to do any of this. I don't think she wants to break the world. She doesn't want to see it burn. She doesn't want any of that, right? She's lived long enough now to realize that she was seduced by Ishi before she even knew how to think for herself, and she's just been wrapped in this crazy web for far too long. But like, how do you even get out? When do you get out? And she's trying to survive, right? Rightfully so. Like, she swore those oaths before she could have really honestly understood the weight of them. And I'm assuming, I don't know when Ishi actually made her swear the oaths, but my guess is probably when she was right there as a 13-year-old, freshly, you know, given birth, slightly blood depleted and everything else. But anyway, she's lived long enough to now realize the gravity of that promise and the fact that she didn't want to keep it anymore, but she doesn't want to die, right? She understandably doesn't want to die either. So anyway, her telling Nynaeve, you know, as she's trying to, you know, give her the speech of how evil she's become, she basically lets Nynaeve know her plan. Right? She's like, I'm taking these, I'm going to call her the Dragon Reborn, I'm going to do these things. Again, making sure Nynaeve knows the plan, right? The enemy plan. And then she's like, and now I'm going to drown, you know, this girl. And then she puts her in, and I think, again, beautifully done, that after she throws Nynaeve in the water with her bindings and lets her drop, you see her looking, and the look on her face, kudos to the actress, because she nailed it. You could tell she was like, okay, now pop up. This is where you pop up, Nynaeve. Come on, pop up and show me. Come on, break through this stupid block and because I need you, girl. Like, if we're gonna do this little underhanded plan I'm trying right now, you gotta break through. But she can't wait for it, right? She can't wait. She's got to go because she knows that Moggy is out there. Now we know that she knew that Moggy was out there waiting for her. So she leaves, but also I think she kind of needed to be away too, because if she stayed and held the spell any longer, then Nynaeve would have Nynaeve would have known she was there and probably wouldn't have broken through her block, right? So, I mean, talk about throwing you into the deep end, quite literally. Of all people, Liandrin's the one who knew what it would take for Nynaeve to have to push through her fear, finally, and her loathing, really, and do what she needed to do to save her life. And I think it was beautiful that they used the illustration of her talking to her mythical daughter and talking her through the lessons that she put her through in the dream world she was in the Arches. And, you know, that she used those same words to coach herself into letting go of the fear and to just doing what she needed to do. And she just let it, right? what was it, like the ship mistress said, she finally let go. She stopped trying to control it and she just let go. And I love that they showed her just opening her hand and letting the one power just flow through it, which is what she needed to do from the get-go. Instead of trying to grab it, she had to let it go. So yeah, beautiful. I think they did that beautifully, and I love that they showed that beautiful just illustration of how powerful she is with literally parting the sea. Like, okay, she's like, write a Bible book about me. I did that. But yeah, good for her. It was a bit of a big display though. I'm like, girl, calm down. There's Forsaken about. But anyway, no, it was great to see, and you can see that she, for once, she didn't look scared. Like the last 2 times she had a big burst of power, she looked fully shaken afterwards. This time she looked, combination in my opinion, of proud and a little emotional, because it's been frustrating her that she couldn't call on it the way she wanted to before. So now she's found a way that, hopefully she doesn't have to be nearly drowning again, but she's found a way to call on the power in her own way, because the tower way wasn't really working for her either. But now I think the talking, the thing that she did with the talking to Elnur through her head, obviously I don't think she can do that every single time, but that emotion, that mind, that state that she was in when she was doing it, I think she'll be able to reference that again now. I mean, she's gonna have to test it, of course, but she'll be able to reference that again, I think, and be able to call on it now. And then now she's just gonna need a little bit of refinement, right? That was a very big display she did there. Probably not necessary for everything, but then again, everything Nynaeve's done with her power has been big, so maybe that won't change. But anyway, beautiful moment, made me so proud of my girl. Glad we finally have that gone, because I think we're getting into the part where we can't afford to have walks anymore. Yeah, that was pretty much that. And as I said, I think they're now headed back to Andor, and then who knows from there. I guess I really don't know what to predict for Nynaeve from this point. We're gonna have to see for next season, but that was great. I'm glad we got that part of her storyline kind of tied up. It did feel like kind of sad that we only saw like portions of her. Like, I feel like Nynaeve's definitely one of the characters we saw a lot less of this season, but hopefully in the fall. But I've seen that people in my comments have said that in the books she doesn't really start to shine till later on, so I'm really looking forward to that now that she's no longer blocked. But yeah, that's Tenchiko, I believe. I think that covered everything in Tenchiko, and now back over to Rand finally. So Rand and the Aiel. Rand breaking up with Lanfear. I mean, it was nice to see. What I would like to have seen in, last season. That would have been great. But yeah, I'm glad that, her doing what she did to Egwene was a hard line for him, because I was going to be really, really disappointed in him if it wasn't. I know a lot of people in my comments have been saying that, it's because he's, he doesn't know what she's going to do. She's unpredictable. He's trying to protect people. And I get that to a degree, but that doesn't mean he couldn't have set more boundaries with her. He didn't want to. Let's be real. Like, he was attracted to her. Like, I think if she hadn't come to him as Selene first, and he hadn't developed some feelings with her as Selene, it would have been maybe easier for Rand to turn off those feelings. But let's be real. He didn't set boundaries with her a lot earlier because he was still attracted to her. He was still flattered by the idea that this girl was literally gagging for him. So yeah, I'm glad that now that he realizes that there's no line she won't cross, no one she won't hurt, nothing she won't do to people he cares about, that he's finally like, okay, no. Even though him and Egwene are done, thank goodness, it doesn't mean that he's okay with what he did to her. And so, yeah, he finally, it was also a trap. I know it was also because he was hoping Lanfear would come to them so they could take her out, but still, I think he actually meant what he said to her. Like, he's like, you're not human anymore. And I'm like, yeah, we could have all told you that, Rand. If you've been listening to the Rand up here, not the Rand down there, we could have told you that. I get it, he after he saw the flashbacks in Meridian, he really thought, maybe there's still a nice little girl in there. No. And I thought that was hilarious. Didn't I say that in the episode, how Lanfear showed up in the dream world with her white dress on? Like, ma'am, what is this country girl garb you've got going on? What is this Meghan Markle special you've got going on, sweetie? This isn't you. This isn't you. You live in leather. What do you mean? It was a nice try, though. She really was trying to play into that whole, no, really, Rand, I want to be a fair maiden who just tends sheep and is your wife. Like, no, that's never been the life for you either, girl. Isn't that funny? Rand keeps falling for girls who just have more aspirations than just being his wife. It's quite sad. But anyway, I love that after Rand kind of set her straight and let her know, like, it ain't gonna happen. It didn't happen with Luz, it ain't gonna happen with me. And he left you because you crazy. That's really what he wanted to say. He was nicer than that. But he basically said, yeah, no, girl, we realize you ain't it. And that's why. And I realize that now too. So, Yeah, rejected again, ma'am. That's embarrassing. Over 3,000 years getting it. Get off the floor, Lanfear. Get off the floor like your man who got flayed this episode or blood drained in every direction. You know, like you said, a couple episodes ago that you're always on your knee, like you lay all the way down for him. Like, you need to get up, girl, please. Like, I hope this time you actually do get up. I really hope you meant it when you told him that you're ready to kill Rand. I don't think you are, but if you did, I'd respect it, honestly. But digressing. So that kicked off, but Rand should have known that there's no way that Lanfear was going to come running after him. Like, that's where his youth kind of came in a little bit, thinking that it was going to be like a temper tantrum. Lanfear's, she's old as dirt. So yeah, she's not the kind of girl that's going to just come for you immediately like that. She wants to make you suffer first. You should know by the way she's moved already that she's a slow burn kind of revenge person. So anyway, bless him for thinking that might work though. And anyways, thankfully Moiraine picked up very quickly that, Rand, it's like she's not scared. She didn't run away. Like, she's biding her time, and we got to make sure we're ready for her. We got to be prepared that she's going to come at some point. So yeah, that happened, and great conversation. The conversation that Moiraine and Rand needed to have finally happened. Moiraine just saying, yeah, you were right, Rand. Me admitting that I didn't know it was best for you. I really thought I knew everything. I realized I don't. I need to trust you more, basically. And Rand coming back to say, yeah, you've always been there. Like, you see me for what I am. You've always respected who I am. You've been here. I know I can count on you. And I recognize that you are also willing to keep me in check. And if you think I'm going to go to the dark, you're going to take me out. Like, you've been very straightforward, very steadfast in that way. And it's all as straightforward as she can be, right? She's obviously hid things, but she's never lied to Rand, which is, I don't even think it's an Aes Sedai thing. I really don't think she would have lied to Rand anyway. I get the sense that Moiraine's a pretty straight shooter no matter what. So anyway, they finally had that nice heart-to-heart and that respect for each other, right? So he's basically like, I want you beside me. Just, it's now no longer, because remember from season 1, Rand wanted to get rid of her. He wanted to be away from her at all costs. And now it's turned around where he's like, I actually welcome your presence and I need you beside me. I feel better going forward with this if you're with me. And so that's kind of like right in the face of her prophecy, right? Which again, what she saw in the rings was not exactly the truth. And like, at least in every scenario, right? She saw herself getting stabbed by Lanfear, but she didn't necessarily die, right? I guess in some of them she probably did. But yeah, we're seeing, again, it doesn't mean it won't happen again. Right, there was many deaths, so maybe there's another shot that Lanfear takes, but at least the ones she saw in the desert, that's happened now, and she didn't die. Because of the sheer willpower of love, Siuan saved her again, guys. I'll get there in a minute, but anyway, so yeah, that happened, and so I'm glad that conversation happened, and they can stop the bickering, hopefully, in the following seasons. I don't think they'll have the time for it now. They really need to kick into gear now that things got real. We got two Forsaken down, right? Because I forgot Ishi's gone, and now I forgot the name of the Scottish dude, but he's gone now too. But that was Moggy's doing. I never even thought about him being used as Rand's teacher, but I didn't think that was going to work anyways, because I'm like, that dude is not going to teach Rand for real. Like, he's just going to use the first opportunity he can find to screw him over. You got to be, please. But anyway, he's gone, so that's 2 Forsaken down, and that's 4 left, right? Moggy, Lanfear, Ravin, and isn't there one other guy? Or maybe it was the guy that's there. No, that's it. There's only 3 of them left. Yeah, there's only 3 of them left. So not bad odds, right? That's much better than what we started with. But what is left is pretty powerful. Well, not Moggy, but yeah, Lanfear and Ravin, I think, are 2 powerful guys, and we see that Lanfear and Ravin are now working together. I mean, tenuously, but still, they're getting scared, I'm pretty sure, now that they realize there's only 2 of them left that are not Moggy. So, yeah, that's where that is as far as the Forsaken. But anyways, once they've had that conversation, Rand went and decided to go do his Aiel thing. We see that Lanfear tried to interfere with that. She did not want Rand to become a Karkaran, so she created a false dragon herself, and I guess she assumed that Rand was just going to go and show the tats and that would be enough. So she underestimated Rand in that one, I think. Or maybe she didn't really want him to fail. It's hard to say. Maybe she just wanted to give him a hard time. But either way, I kind of said that Rand would have to channel, right? As soon as I saw that she was giving him fate tats, I was like, you're going to have to channel Rand. It's the only way, because unless this other guy can channel, but even then, Rand would definitely outdo him, right? So, yeah, Rand came, and now we realize that he said he was going to destroy some of them. I thought it meant literally, but I'm thinking it was maybe figuratively, that expression, because he didn't actually hurt anybody with what we saw today, unless he's planning on taking out anybody who rebels in the future. But my guess of the destroying was that Rand telling them the truth of their roots, which a lot of you in my comments mentioned that the Aiel don't know. Like, as you know, last episode we saw that the two Chad and what's her name, Chad and I can't remember the name of the other girl, but anyway, we saw that they were looking down on the Aiel, or on the travelers, and I was like, yeah, that's, you know, kind of crazy. You know, like, remember, they don't know that they're part of the same peoples. But anyways, we see that they didn't know that, and Rand decided to say, like, I gotta pull the cover off this one, guys. We need to tell people where they came from, because the only way that we can unite all these factions that are so disparate and have been apart for so long is if they know the truth and know that they're all one. It's not just like they've all been whatever. And so that's what he did. He pulled the lid off, because obviously the false dragon had not gone through the pillars. So, well, no, he had gone through the pillars, but he wouldn't have had the same vision as Rand. So, and I guess, yeah, the chiefs are the only other ones that see that too. So anyway, so he lets it go, and I think it did destroy some of them, because it destroyed who they thought they were, right? It destroyed how many, the people who became Oathbreakers, who swore they would never be Oathbreakers or didn't believe it. They obviously had their faith shattered. And then other people probably just didn't like hearing that the people that they hated are actually their cousins, right? So I don't know, maybe there'll be more, but I can see that being considered a figure of destruction of their belief system and fundamentally who they believe they are. And even though they kind of knelt in they knelt in front of Rand for now, I wouldn't be surprised that once that starts to sink in, you might get some people who are still not okay with it. You're going to still get a few people who are going to want to be, you know, pulling apart from it because they refuse to believe it, you know, things like that. But anyway, so yeah, that's what Rand ended up doing. He told the truth, kind of broke down those walls, and then he did something that only someone who's pretty darn powerful could do, and he made it rain in the bloody desert. He gave them their precious water for free. So yeah, that seemed to be enough. Everyone that we saw there, with the exception of Egwene, knelt. Yeah, interesting with Egwene, her look, her face, she did not like. She could tell she was highly uncomfortable watching Rand in that position, watching Rand act the way he was acting. And it's kind of necessary though, right? Because Egwene needs to understand that this is not, following Rand is not her way, right? It's not for her. And I think that even though they broke up, I think there was a part of her that was still maybe thinking that she should stay beside him, you know, especially with, considering what happened with the plan with Lanfear. But alas, it turns out that I think she's just recognizing that she's got another purpose, and it's not with Rand. And I think the other thing is that I really don't think she was ever ready to see what could happen to Rand as things get worse for him. You know, he channeled quite a bit for this, you know, to make this storm, and she was scared the whole time he was channeling. She was terrified of that, and she's the one who asked him to turn it off. And very interesting look from Rand. He looked at her, I'm trying to say the best way to interpret the look, but almost like I said, like in the episode, like he's like kind of like, I don't listen to you anymore, you know, almost like he said to Moiraine earlier this season, like you don't control me anymore, I don't listen to you anymore. Not that she ever controlled Rand, but I think he would have done a lot for Egwene before. But he's starting to realize he's got to do this on his own, and this is his job, and he's got to, you know, step into his role. And Egwene's kind of part of a past that he's not a part of anymore. And I think that look was him kind of looking at her like, I'll let go when I'm ready. I got to learn how to do this on my own. Like, you can't tell me when it's enough. And I don't think Egwene is going to do well with that, because she feels like every time Rand channels, it's like instant madness, right? Which, I mean, obviously we don't know how fast or slow it'll be, but, you know, Rand's not going to be able to do all this without channeling. So, you know, she's kind of expecting the impossible, I think. You know, I don't know. She was just giving him looks. But point being, I think the exchange look in that moment pretty much lets us know that they're done. They're done. So anyway, so that was pretty much that. So for now, he's got the Aiel. The Aiel are fighters, and that's helpful. And yeah, at least that's squared away for now until, like I said, maybe there might be some rumblings that happen later. But at least Rand managed to get that part of his quest done. So now they can actually head over to where they were planning to go to try to get the Tangreal? Tangreal. One of those things. One of the Rials. They got to get that. So that's that. And then the other thing that happened there, of course, was Lan lost his... one of the few people that were still survivors of Malkier. She turned out to be a dark friend. Of course she did. And thankfully, Lanfear really does not understand love, does she? You can tell, despite what she thinks she feels for Luz / Rand, she really doesn't know what love is. Because if you really love someone, you're willing to do the hard thing. And we saw two people show their love in this episode and show what love means and what it is to do the hard thing when you love someone. Here with this girl, I forgot her name, the one from Malkier, you know, she said she would do what she had to do, but I'm glad she couldn't go through with it. But again, it was out of love for Malkier, love for her king, even though she didn't know him like that, and respect for him. She was willing to sacrifice her life because she didn't want to, like she said, Malkier will die if you die. So in her mind. So, yeah, she ended up just telling him, hey, you know, Lanfear thinks you're dead. At least go with that and know that she's going to come for Rand. So that was a warning that they needed. A very, very good warning, because that's why our girl Moiraine was ready for her with the Sangreal and ready to fight her. So, yeah, we lost her, which, I mean, I'm not really emotionally, you know, sorry. She was there for 2 episodes, but I did feel bad for Lan, because I know that emotionally that was a tether being cut to a place that he's trying so desperately to keep a connection to, but not desperately, but would like to keep a connection to, I should say. And then, yeah, there was the fight, right? Lanfear versus Moiraine. I mean, it wasn't much of a fight because my girl Moiraine doesn't know how to fight, although she's much better with the Sangreal than she was the first time. But anyway, that happened, and we see that Lanfear really just wanted to make her suffer, because, I mean, if she really wanted to, she would have just cut, you know, we all know, she could have just cut the girl's head off and made it explode. We've seen her kill people a lot of different ways, but she wanted to torture Moiraine a bit first. And thank God, because that bought time for my man Lan to show up, which thankfully that distraction and Lanfear having to process that gave enough of a moment for my girl to get her hand on that thing and actually have enough power to give Lanfear a run for her money. But because Moiraine is not as good with it yet as she probably could be with practice, she wasn't really able to do a ton. But we see that between the two of them, like, I mean, give kudos to Moiraine and Lan. Between the two of them, they were able to keep Lanfear busy enough that Lan landed a blow. King things. He said, that's for the girl that had to die for you. But anyways, so yeah, that happened. And then we see that, unfortunately, in the end, Lanfear got it together, knocked Lan out. Wasn't hard. Again, she didn't kill him. She could have. She chose not to. And she goes after my girl instead, stabs her, but of course at the same time we lose Suan, and of course she feels it because the oath is broken between the two of them. And I just felt so bad for Moiraine in that moment. You know, she was, and I love that. I love that, you know, Lanfear thought she was having a great moment of revenge, and my girl was like, shut the hell up, my girl just died. Like, none of this, Suan. And then she tried to drop that, oh, she betrayed you nonsense. But of course, Moiraine knows her woman better than that. She knows there's no way Suan would ever in a million years betray her. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah, now that I'm thinking through it, she definitely set that thing up at the tower. Because how else would you know that Suan was stripped? Anyways, coming back. Yeah, so then that gave her the strength. Like I said, Suan from the grave saved her girl one more time, because the strength of that loss, the grief in that moment, the love, the pure love, you saw it in Lanfear's face. She's never seen anything like that before. She doesn't know what love is. She thinks she does. She don't know what love is. That's what love looks like. When you can find strength you didn't even know you had. She pulled the one power from places Lanfear hasn't even seen before. Pulled that sword out and sliced her right across the damn neck again. She said, oh, you thought it was bad when I sliced your neck the first time? Let me do it again. Come here. She had Lanfear running. The Forsaken. Running. Period. That was the ghost of Suan coming for your ass too. But yeah, sadly it came from a place of grief, which breaks my heart. But yeah, 2 acts of love in this, which were beautiful. But anyways, yeah, poor Moiraine. It's going to take her a minute to recover from that one. I mean, she's going to get back on task because that's what she does. But that was a deep cut. That was a very deep cut, because there's not a lot of people that outside of this now, that's it. Like, Lan is the only other person that she feels that type of deep attachment to in this world. So my poor girl, my poor girl, she didn't deserve to go out like that. I'm glad that they got their chances to say that, you know, their ILUs and have that beautiful moment before all this happened. Thank God that she did. But like I said, the people of the tower have to pay. Every last one of them. And I feel like Moiraine's going to take some names. She's definitely taken names for later. And like I said, I hope we get a chance to see it, because that'll be very glorious and satisfying. But that's where we're at, though. that's how we kind of ended things. You know, Moiraine's gonna have to pick up the pieces of her heart and move on. People are on their way to Andor. Rand has established himself as the Karkarn, and he's got most of the Aiel, I believe, under his rule now. And yeah, I guess we're headed off to the tier in season 4. I'm putting it out there. We're getting season 4. We better get season 4. Best rated season we've had out of all the seasons. So I expect great results from this. So yeah, this was a great season, guys. I enjoyed every last minute of it. It was fantastic. Loved it. Thanks to everybody who was part of it. Like I said, sad to see some people are not going to be returning, but you know what? It was a great season. I think season 4, like they've set the bar really high. So season 4 needs to be at least this good, if not better. I really do hope that we get everything that we want and more from it. Thank you so much to everybody who supported me, who came and watched this season along with me. I loved it so much, having your comments and your interactions. That means the world to me. Truly and truly, you guys are rock stars. And yeah, like it's just been so much fun, and I cannot wait for the next season to drop. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. I mean, it might be a minute because I don't know if they started filming or not, but I know that the reason we got season 3 as quickly as we did is because they literally filmed 2 and 3 back to back. So I'm hoping they've already started 4, probably wishful thinking, but I really hope that they did, and we're just waiting on the announcement. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I enjoyed this season a lot. So thank you so much. If that's all you watch from me, then hopefully you can find something else in my catalog to watch along with me. I'd really appreciate keeping you here and engaging with you. But if not, thank you so much for your support, and for everybody else, I cannot wait to see you in the next video.